Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to Rayman Legends. I said it was going to be after Rayman Origins, I didn't say it was going to be immediately. Listen, life got in the way a little bit, but we're here now and ready to play more Rayman. I hesitate to say whether I think it's a better game or not, because you're going to see the vibe is pretty different. There are a lot of ways in which it is improved, but also it's trying to do so many more things, and some of them are kind of baffling. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Let's just go ahead and get in. I do not care about my save progress from 8 years ago or whatever.
1 century. 1 entire century of yawning and snoring wildly. It seems that the heroes of the Glade of Dreams are under the effect of a mysterious snoozing power. Well, my little ones just needed to take a big nap.
Who among us, right?
Meanwhile, the nightmares multiplied. They spread. They generated new demons, even more terrifying than before.
Ugh, truly hideous.
The Glade of Dreams is in danger, my friend. Go. Quickly wake up our legendary heroes.
So that green dude, I believe his name is Murphy. We're going to be seeing a lot of him. And as you can see here, like, they're pushing the art even further, which is a hell of a thing, considering how pretty that first game is. Let's just take a second here and enjoy it. Sure, easy for you to say. I love to commit violence. Oh, check out that walking. What's going on in the background there? All right, so hold on a second. There is definitely a doorway in this tree. So I believe we have all of the powers that we had at the end of the last game. Can I run up this thing? I cannot. Ah. Okay. So the lum chains in this game very often will have that mechanic where one of them will be worth double, and if you pick them up in the right order, the double cascades along all of them. Or you can do the thing I just did and not get all the points you're entitled to. Something tells me that here on the first level, we're going to be okay. So, the Electoon gathering from the first game has been replaced with saving lots of teensies. So there's going to be a couple of doors that function much like the Electoon doors from before, but then also just a ton of additional teensies kind of scattered throughout the level. Darn it. Oops, that was not a jump. I don't feel like that's the correct way to help. I mean, I just fully kicked her in the face while she was tied up. I guess she's into it. Some people, you know. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to yuck anybody's out. So our pal will just like punch enemies in their vulnerable places, or sometimes operate platforms and stuff, or do this. Okay. Sometimes the teensies are just being held captive by enemies like that. Okay, nothing else to do around here. Oh, okay. Those bats flying in front of the screen very nearly caused me to run headlong into all that spiky garbage. Alright, sure. They're corporeal ghosts. There's definitely a help me cry. You can see the enemies don't do that bubble eyes thing anymore, which I think I'm pretty in favor of. And yeah, we just have like a dedicated... Oh my god, look at that rat! Oh, that's a very good rat. Also, these are the background detail, just as good as ever. Even better than ever before. Let's not accidentally dump you in a fire. Okay. This game definitely is a little bit less like run forward at full speed at all times than the first one was. You will definitely pay if you do that. Also, we are collecting a lot of lums. I don't remember if this is just the way it is in this game. Maybe this level has a really weirdly huge number of lums in it. I guess we're gonna find out. It might be the case that like each level has a different thresholds or something too. So every time we save one of the royal teensies, they're gonna give us a heart, which is lovely, especially if we already have one. Alright, coins seem to work pretty much the same way as before. Wait, darn it. I just realized there could have been stuff up there. Buddy, hey, help. So here's the thing. I can't direct Murphy to a location. Like, I can only let him go somewhere and then tap W. So I was hoping he would just follow me over on that one, and he absolutely didn't until we cut this all the way down. That's going to end up being a problem. I suspect, in multiple places. I think this is a, platform problem, because if I remember correctly, I believe this is the one that came out on the Wii U. And I think on the Wii U version, you can tap stuff on the gamepad, if I'm not mistaken, to make him run over and touch it, so... There is a version where this mechanic, I think, works a little bit better. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. Yeah! Hooray! I completed a Uplay action, apparently. And 601 lums. Looks like it may actually be a relevant number. You'll notice that this time there is a speed up button. We will be using it a lot. Probably pretty much all of the time. Oh no, the poor teensies. So at the bottom of the portraits, you'll notice skulls indicating difficulty. Alright. That's all of the stuff that there is in every level in this game. So I don't remember what is in my suitcase. My stuff. Okay, there are platinum trophies. We do not have a lot of awesomeness. Apparently that's my Ubisoft name at the top of the screen there, so I guess you could Ubi friend me if that's a... Does Ubisoft... Does Ubi's thing have friends? Who knows? Who has launched the Ubisoft launcher on purpose ever? Oh, I do remember this. Yeah, so, you know, beat a level to get a scratch-off ticket, and then you can win really just a huge number of lums, actually. Weird. Okay. Anyway, let's play some more Rayman, shall we? I like that there's like a little something to actually do on the loading screen. That's nice. But they apparently are not going to assume that you're any good at it. Like, look at the animation on, first of all, the rat in the foreground, but secondly, these enemies. Like, I really think they have outdone themselves, even relative to last game, which totally ruled. Okay, that's how you start those going. I don't see any reason not to. Are those things giving us lums? I will admit I was not watching as closely as I perhaps could have. Ah, okay. Sort of got out of control there, as often happens in this game when you dare to hold the run button. Damn it. Y'all should contact whoever sold you these shields and get your money back. Okay, star and hands are bad. Aha, look at me paying a small amount of attention. Just an absolute modicum. Really brain-burning puzzles here. Okay, we definitely want to start this swinging first, right? Yeah, gosh, there is so much more stuff to pick up. Just like stuff of all kinds. If it actually turns out that every level is going to have that 600 lum scoring threshold as well, that's wild. Is this the way forward or no? Okay, up is the way forward. Haha, take that. For a second there, I thought I had done something very foolish. But we don't need that guy. Okay, well that feels a little bit like poor sportsmanship, I think. Because that was like fully behind a wall. It's a good thing I love breaking stuff, or we never would have seen it. These are weird. How are we doing here? Okay, both the royals, but we're like, no, wait, let me, no, let me. Here we go. Maybe not. Can I get back up the water? Oh, okay, the waterway is at least somewhat scalable. Do we need this thing? Probably not, but yeah, in the end it wasn't even that many lums, actually. Okay, so it seems like actually paying a little bit closer attention, each teensy we rescue is worth like 25 lums by itself. So if you're getting all 10 of them, that's taking care of a pretty significant portion of your overall requirement. And if you're missing any of them, you're paying for it very seriously. You know what? It's just 2 lums. It's fine. Wow, I really expected the jump distance there to be far enough to make it to the next ring. Silly me. go. Just like, take your own safety very seriously, right? Why not hover? Did I finish with the teensies? Do we still have one left? Okay, nothing over there. Huh. Weird. Okay, I hear one up ahead. Oh, I see, because otherwise there'd be no way to get on the chain from there. Ah! Okay, apparently we were nowhere near done. We're done now. That's a lot of energy in that I am holding the run button animation. Okay. Yo, check out this owl. Hi. That is that is very adorable. What is down here in the obvious? Okay, just a coin. Well, you know, I feel like I did pretty all right on my thresholds there. We almost got 750. I wonder if 750 would have triggered the other cup that we saw in the menu. Or it could be a run-through, like, timer thing, because that existed in the first game. Alright, we're doing it. We're crushing it. Okay. Also, we've unlocked a new world, and I don't have an option but to check it for some reason. And also, here's 1,000 more lums. Why the hell not? You're going to end up with a lot of currency in this game. So, as you can see here, a lot of worlds with a lot of levels within based on the teensy counts. Now, we're just going to jump back into the world we were just at, though, because we unlocked a thing that I want to go get very, very much. The door is very excited to have us. Yeah, I have strong feelings about this player character. This was the only one I wanted to play as back in the day, but there were no signs or anything. I think that wall of fire behind us is mostly for show. When I slow down, it seems to also slow down. Yeah, I don't think that thing's actually a threat. And yet, I am still running way too fast and missing stuff. You know, it's fun to pretend it's a... Darn it. Okay, no, it is pursuing us. At least a little bit. No, Murph, come back here. Okay. See, like I said, that's going to be a problem where he decides what he would like to do next, rather than asking me. Whee! It's fun to pretend like it's a tricky treasure level, is what I was working towards saying. Oh, shoot. Well, I will absolutely die and try a section again for a teensy. What kind of hero would I be if I didn't do all the heroing? Okay, well, these levels are definitely going to have lower thresholds. Oh, that sucks. We missed the gold by 1. If it ends up mattering, I guess I can come back and get it. It's a pretty short level. Listen, neither lums nor trophies were the real reward there. The real reward was... Oh, I forgot. There's like text and stuff on things sometimes. Great, you're now playing with Barbara. Absolutely keep this hero. So here's the thing about Barbara. First of all, absolutely rad aesthetic. Love the attitude. Love the big facial scar. Secondly, oh, somebody remembered to bring a weapon instead of just getting their hands all over the weird, grubby-looking enemies. Barbara is the only choice. Barbara is objectively correct. And we're gonna get some palettes and stuff that look a little bit more my style, maybe, eventually, as I remember. And just to be clear, I'm pretty sure all of the characters are legitimately identical, mechanically identical. I am joking around. I don't... What are the fart mushrooms doing? I don't think those things are timed in this game. I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so you can run up surfaces like that. Stars and triangles are bad news. I was holding run there in a situation where there really wasn't a good reason to be. Honestly, you don't even really need to remember which platforms are the bad ones there, because just like the ones you would jump on normally are the safe ones. Is there a thing even further up than the coin? Seems like no. I really like the down stomp with Barbara, with the Barbaras. I guess, I don't know if the different palettes are supposed to be different characters or... Okay, alright. Just the enthusiasm of this move. Very difficult to argue with. Oh. I see. You know, I panicked. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to stop in the middle. I'm holding run. I'm so slippery. Come back here, you. Oh yeah, actually, setting this thing off would make grabbing that a hell of a lot easier, wouldn't it? Okay, hitting the fart mushroom is not, in fact, what causes that to become active. It's disturbing the butterflies. Good to remember for the future, I guess. Wait, is there something? I can't tell if there's something down there. Oh, nope, okay. Yep, and sure enough, disturbing the butterflies. All right, well, I feel like that's good mechanical confirmation, at least. They're definitely getting a little bit more ambitious with just like the level layout stuff, which I appreciate. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was expecting that dude Like, I know I ran at him and everything, but I really was expecting that guy to completely clobber me. Okay, well, I was gonna say, it looks like we're not making our gold threshold here either. But it turns out that Teensy Door was worth 1,000,000 lums. There's like 150 lums left to get in the last 10 feet of the level. These are wild. It definitely feels a little bit like the Super Mario Odyssey school of pickups. It's just like, what if you were getting stuff 100% of the time? What if anytime you went anywhere, the game was like, hey, great job. We've unlocked other worlds. You know what? We will check those out later when it is time to do another world. For right now, let's do this world, shall we? Because I feel like we're just like right all up in the middle of it. Hey, come back here. No! Well, darn it. I do feel silly. Hi, how you doing? Okay. That's cute. That's very charming. Dark. Okay. Apparently enemies will just drown. She is so charming. How could you not want to play as Barbara all of the time? Alright, there's my heart. Why, though? Murphy, you know, not everything is our enemy. It's a level of cruelty I'm not sure I'm cool being complicit in. They want to make absolutely sure you cannot possibly miss. The fact that there was a thing down there. Thing is strong. You know what I mean. Person. A living sentient being who needs rescuing. That kind of thing. Oh, I see. See, I really wish that Murphy would jump to the enemies a little bit earlier than he's doing. It's just it's making me really nervous as I'm approaching. Okay, apparently sometimes they are planted as well. I'm not sure. Maybe the enemies are trying to grow more things to torment. I'm gonna choose to believe that that did not fall down to a place that we can actually go to. It would be an interesting way, though, to signal that a pit had ground at the bottom of it, right? Oh, this is a cuttable. I was like, how am I going to get on that line? Right, it's one of those. Well, okay, hold on. There's definitely a thing in here, a thing back here I could jump in to die, right? We still bubbleize. Bubbleizing is for the good guys now. It was nice of them to put it in the fixed position. This is pretty cool. I like that mechanic of sliding down a rope and then having him cut it so you swing. I don't know, I was really expecting to just like... What is up here? I can hear you, I'm coming. You're not... Okay, I think they're down here. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good ideas. It's just, as you'll see, there's probably too many ideas in total. Okay. It's good, you know, I just needed a couple more buttons to press. Boy, that looks like something, doesn't it? I don't know how I would get up there, though. That enemy running up from behind, like, legitimately did almost get me there. Why are they tethered? Who is responsible for this? I like his whack little ambush. They're like chain chomps, right? It's just like, why wouldn't they be more effective if you didn't tie them down? Feels like a little bit of cruelty from whoever's running the show around here. You wait there, and then when she comes by, she's gonna kill you, and yeah, that's it. I'm giving you no opportunity to avoid that fate. Okay, even more worlds. We'll totally get there. Also, you really do gather things quickly in this game. Now see that right there? That's exactly what we're looking for. How many more worlds are there? And these ones don't have explicit teensy requirements on them. So I guess we'll unlock them whenever we unlock them. All right, I gotta remember, this is a time for hands on the keyboard. Okay, here we go. This is... I almost managed to do it. This is maybe a little bit more analogous to a tricky treasure level. This is very strange. I am making no upward progress. Alright, turns out we didn't really need upward. All I needed to do was not die. I am really just kind of very much winging it here, which I guess is appropriate given my helm. No, wait, come back. Ah! No, I refuse to go on without saving that teensy. Are you gonna kill me or not? I really thought this was gonna kill me. There it goes. That was way more effort than I was expecting. Actually a good idea to kill the enemies when you can. Who would have thought? This is pretty compelling, though. It's not as difficult as a tricky treasure level, but it has a lot of the same, like, the cool visuals of things falling apart and you running through them perfectly. Provided that you do, in fact, run through them perfectly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. That rules. How are you supposed to not get caught by that one? Also, this is maybe like a little bit loud. I might have to turn it down for the next episode. Alright, going into this part with a heart makes me feel a lot more confident. See, I haven't been going backwards when you had opportunities to go backwards, and I bet I've missed one of these doors somewhere. Yeah, because the king is the second door, right? Sure is. Okay, I'll have to remedy that. Oh wait, maybe you're the queen. Yeah, actually, I have a huge axe, dude. Maybe you should leave. Okay, no, that's the last normal teensy. Well... yeah, apparently I missed out on quite a bit by not reversing. It felt like a tricky treasure level, right? It felt like a go fast, hold right kind of situation. All right, fine. I'll scratch my lucky tickets. Yep, that sure is a creature. All right, hold on, you Smolio. I'm doing important gameplay stuff. The Lums are so excited to be won. We really do have an awful lot of them already. Oh, right. There's like updated versions of Origins levels in here. Okay, well, we'll check that out too. There's a lot of stuff. So many different things in this game. I guess let's go look at our creatures. Look at all the stuff we're unlocking. Huh, every day your creatures will release new lums. Why does it need to have a... okay. the frogs. Are you? Is that you're supposed to be a frog? My dude, you have almost none of the features that make a frog, and also you said you have teeth, you have molars. Okay, whatever, it's fine. He knows better than I do whether or not he's a frog. The balloons. And here, yep, pig. That's a pig, all right. That is exactly what a pig looks like. Okay, weird. Weird stuff. Let's get the hell out of here. As we can take a second and look around the main gallery. So we've unlocked some back to Origins stuff. There are quite a few of these levels, it would seem. Okay. New worlds full of new paintings with many teensies to save. No kidding, many teensies. I wonder if these actually are levels from Origins, or if these are just like in the setting of Origins. I guess let's go check one out, right? Let's go check out the one that we unlocked. Am I going to remember whether or not this was a level from Origins? I'm not 100% sure. But you really can't hesitate at all on those. Okay, well, I mean, in any case, it's functioning like a level from this game, so... Ow! How dare you? Darn it. Okay, the bubbles on the platforms is definitely a first game sort of deal. Hey, give me stuff. Alright, well, this is going very strangely so far. Yeah, all of the lum chains being mobile in this one kind of sucks. Wait. No, don't. Ah! Stupid slippery run controls. Jeez. Yeah, personally, I don't think that the mobile lum chains combine very well with the purple mechanic, the doublers. Yeah, this is the thing I was trying to get back to. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely some stuff in these levels that's happening like the old ones. I'm definitely doing a better job of collecting the lums on this this attempt. So I guess I'm okay with this being the canonical one. Damn it. Feels like there could be something up here, right? I guess not. Alright. Haven't missed anything yet, it would seem. Fine. Fine. Things are going well. I did that on purpose. Obviously. I will say that even though we are using like the same moves and everything, the physics do feel a little bit different in this game. So even if the levels are exactly the same, they're still going to be kind of a different challenge. I am doing such a terrible job on those strings. Why on earth is this thing not... There we go. I think that weird roll thing I did is this game's version of the slide. Okay, I will say I feel like I remember that. The little the ledge sliding down the wall with the coin on it. So maybe this is actually a previous level. Yeah, even the old level designs in this game feel like they are less about just running forward. I don't know if it's the moveset feeling slightly differently. Oh no, her slide is she slides on the axe in a way that is super cool, because of course she does. Because she's the coolest. Alright, so apparently there's a whole bunch of that stuff to do. And we will. We totally will. Right now, maybe let's, there is other stuff going on here. This is like a multiplayer sports game? What is in the challenges? Painting. Okay, well... Does the Ubisoft online service still exists, right? This is gonna dial out to somewhere. Or fail gracefully, fingers crossed. Not force me to close and restart the whole client. Okay. Yeah, alright. Dear video game people, developers, and publishers, don't make your own launcher and don't tie functions of your games to your dumbass launcher, because it will not survive. Nobody wants it to survive. And then when it crashes, it makes your game less functional. So yeah, I know this is just a skin, but I feel very strongly about it. That is not what I was expecting that thing to do. I could have dropped that a little bit earlier, maybe. apologies for the commentary going missing here. This one extra button thing, I think we just, like, we found my... Wait, really? Man, that guy is a sick anti-air. I think we found the number of buttons that my brain can process. Apparently we were just below it before. Why did I do that? I mean, I know why I did that, because the game has trained me to always press the button. I do like that it's a thing you have to... What? I do like that it's a thing you have to actually think about a little bit. It's not always just right to do it. That's a good design. There we go. I'm kind of getting it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, why? Okay, y'all saw that, right? He was positioned at the one fire enemy, and then he moved to a different one when I pressed the button. I don't feel like I'm responsible for that. That feels like it's on Murph. Okay, that could have been a tiny bit smoother. 297, man. These are actually really close. These are super tight. So hold on. This time we're gonna read all of the scintillating lore. I will totally check out Olympus Maximus later. Also great. You know what I love is pop-ups. Barbara's twin sister selected this dark look not to be mistaken for her sister, even if their fighting skills are equal. Well, I love to play a character who is equal to the character I was already playing. I mean, it's such a good look. Yeah. This is the right call. Any more levels? Okay, Castle Rock is not... Let's finish this world except for Castle Rock. We probably will do... So Castle Rock is a musical level, and my feeling is maybe all the musical levels go in one episode toward the end. First of all, because they're quite difficult. And as you can see, I can't even do the easy parts of the game. But secondly, because I suspect that the episode with the musical levels in it is going to get demonetized. So I would like for it to just be one. I hope y'all will forgive this little... Oh, I see. Alright. Hope y'all forgive the little allowance we must leave for the capitalism. I thought I could tap W while I was traveling. Not quite fast enough, apparently. That's not my fault. He had plenty of time to see that coming. There was a ledge up there. There we go. Come over here. What is the point? Aha. Aha. I mean, that one wasn't even actually hidden. Seems quite familiar. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, that one was a little bit more challenging than the last one. Interesting. I missed a lot of teensies on this level already. Damn it. I timed that as badly as possible. I'm gonna get used to this mechanic. I swear Heart? Yes, hearts. Music suggests we should be running. Damn it. I saw it just like a little bit late. I swear, I pressed it. I think I must have hit it too early. Like, I hit it as he was still moving over. And it took me a little bit too long to realize that it hadn't actually fired. Yeah, I'm not doing this correctly. Okay, it's fine. We'll just go back so I can get the coin. That was the plan the whole time. Okay, that... I feel like these strings of lums need to form a little bit faster. Oh, it shouldn't be the case that I can move at normal speed and end up beyond the first one. Oh, I see. It's a cut thing. I was like, how on earth are you even supposed to get those? But that's not a chain, it's a rope. You're supposed to have Murphy cut the rope, but not in a way that kills you. How to do it when you're on the other side of the invisible cut point. It would be nice if it was marked in some way. Okay, that was me spamming W. I need to give myself a little bit more time than that, apparently. I was really not expecting to fall clean through the fire there. I thought I would touch the fire and bounce up when the heart triggered, and then I would use the bounce to grab the coin, but no such luck. Good enough? Staying focused. I am doing a good job. I'm trying really hard to think before I cut things. That's a really cool level. That's a really cool level in a really cool area, and I have not done a good job on my lums, or my teensies. Oh dear. Yeah, run. Seems like a good plan. I got a little overwhelmed there. What would the wizard did what? No. Oh, I see. The wizard's giving me the punch power up thing. Okay. Just completely unexplained game mechanics. Oh, even though I killed it, I was moving too fast and I still caught the fire breath. It definitely feels like there are sequences in this game that are just not timed out as well as some of the stuff in the first game. Most of the stuff in the first game. Directly between them. Great work, me. The thing is, that coin actually is the difference on the gold medal, if I'm not mistaken. But also, I guess it doesn't really matter. Because I'm going to want to come back to this level and do it again to make sure I get all the teensies for unlocks anyway. So, while I was talking about how I shouldn't bother to get the coin, I managed to do a bad job of getting the coin. So I just want to apologize to all of you. Not getting the coin. Don't care. The thing is, even without the coin, if I'd managed to keep my heart, we would have still gotten there. Alright, this is all stuff we can clean up. I can clean up later, off camera. For now, let's just finish this world. Okay, I kind of get it. I kind of understand the idea here. Show yourself, you coward! Alright. Easy enough. I can't believe I didn't get that. Dying on purpose so that I can get my teensy. Oh, apparently I crossed the threshold. Well, shit. Oh, I see, I see. This is actually kind of challenging. It really sucks that the fireballs eat the punch gloves. You know, as opposed to the other kinds of gloves. That presumably you cannot punch someone with. Okay, so we gotta sneak under in the first place. Oh, interesting. I don't know, okay. I thought it was spawning me in at the beginning of the boss fight. How are you supposed to survive doing that? Yeah, I don't know, that doesn't seem possible. Also, seems like it'd be very difficult not to accidentally fire that bottle really early. Alright, no getting your licks in early. Alright, that's 3. You know the rules. That's a pretty harsh fate, I guess. Definitely feels like overkill. Okay, these ones are really easy to hit, and they're total gimmies if you actually get all of the teensies, which, of course, we did not. Because it turns out sometimes the video game is difficult. Who would have thought? And that's fair, it's 4 skulls. I don't remember what the scale is out of. There's room at the bottom of these for an awful lot of skulls. I guess not these ones, though. Okay. Yeah, so as we've seen, there's just like a ton of stuff going on in this game. We're gonna scratch off all our lucky tickets before we end the episode. Oh, cool. A single teensy. For real, what is the value of winning 1 teensy? I guess it's as valuable as some lums, right? Okay, a painting. A painting is at least, like, games. A painting is video games. And obviously, video games are the very best thing. Welcome aboard, robot? Indeed, the robots. I actually feel bad. I wish I wasn't allowed to hit them. All right. 1 second. Let's go check the cosmetics gallery as well here. Well, you unlock all the worlds really, really early. All right, what kinds of other unlocks have we been earning? Okay, these are thresholded by lums. And they have flavor text too. You know what? Looking at his head and the way that it's shaped, yeah, I bet he can't remove that helmet. This little teensy is the ultimate Rayman fan. I mean, it's a little sad. Okay, so there's lots and lots and lots of costumes. And apparently we are expected to collect just a really huge number. That is so many lums. I guess we're at 13,000 without even trying, so I don't know. Maybe this is possible. And then you got your classics back here. Apparently this one is explicitly the goth teensy. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. What was supposed to be happening was I was ending the episode. So yeah, there's just kind of a lot going on in this game. It's still a new Rayman. It's still got pretty much the same gameplay, but they decided to expand it out in a lot of weird directions all at once, and I do feel like it loses something for not having like the tightness and focus of Origins. That said, it still rules, and we're still going to play through all of it. So when you come back next time, that's exactly what we'll be doing. We'll be tackling the next set of paintings and unlocking a whole bunch of new weird creatures that apparently I'm going to have to care for. I didn't sign up for this. And we'll see you then.